Hey everybody, this is the man from Brooklyn again. I got another topic I'm going to share with you about the statues and Ancient Mama on the pancake box. Well, when I served doing in the service during the army in 81, I always saw these statues over the place, and I said, "Man, these statues represent slavery." But I really just put it in the back of my mind and just went on to do my duties, and as a soldier, kept going. Me personally, this new generation now. We didn't have many options back then in our generations because we didn't have a voice. This new generations, I know there's a lot of history here in the South, especially the South with these statues we got all over the county and stuff. Um, some of the statues that really doesn't bother me too much because I'm a northerner, and some do because some of these statues like Robert E. Lee, for one, they kind of condone slavery back then and it's a heritage. Just like some of the statues, you got caddies running around, black caddies, and I don't care for that stuff too much. But one thing I can say, whatever the state legislature and the federal government decide to do, is up to them and the voting process to take these statues down and put them in a museum. And so people can see the history, because some of these statues got bad history and some of them got good history, and just like that, like for instance, they was knocking down the Roosevelt statue. The only thing I had to read a little history on Roosevelt, he did sign one of the bills. I can't recall what it was about dealing with black people and slavery during the time in the war in 1944. But as a whole, we blacks really didn't have no voice during that time. So these statues, I think it's time for them to come down and put in a museum like any other statues, because we have so much diversity down here in the United States that you're going to have a lot of problems because people don't believe in it, and I never did, but we didn't have a voice back then. Now, jumping that subject, you heard me how I felt about them statues. Let's talk about this ancient mama pancake thing going on. People get on here and say, Ancient Mama pancakes. I never paid it no mind until I started reading my history. And Ancient Mama, she was a slave during that time. And every time it's history, but some history you got to put aside because I guess the young generation ain't going for it. Our generation, we paid it no mind and we just put it in a little box and stored there. And we know it represent one of the slaves on the box. And I ate the pancakes like everybody else. It's history. That should be put in the archives too with the rest of them. So, because if you keep having statues and stuff out here represent depression and slavery, you're always going to have somebody always trying to find some reason or come up with something to discuss or talk about or even fight about. And you can't blame it on all the white people because the white people we got today, it wasn't their fault that what their grandfathers and great great grandfathers did had nothing to do with that. Yes, I do believe in the curse. Sometimes you get the curse of your generation, and your generation cursing it, and the grandchildren suffer for it. Is it right? No, but you can fix that by asking God to take that curse off your family. Going, I know many families that don't have that curse. They're good people, white, black, Hispanic, whatever, but you can't pacify everybody because everybody's not going to be happy. You can't try because that's the way it is. You do what you can and go with that. So and then we law enforcement officers and firefighters and public safety personnel have to suffer through this. We got people over here fighting in the fire department now. You see it on the news over a pancake box, and they get too hyped up about this and want to prove their point, and then they get angry and can't control their emotion, hit the guy in the eye or something like that. That's uncalled for. You got cops doing the same thing. If you know that y'all can't come to an agreement, you need to get up and walk away and shake hands and just go on and just deal with that. No, this particular topic you cannot talk about no more. So change the topic. If that person refuse to want to have anything to do with you, you just go on and pray for him and keep going on. Let God deal with him, or her or whatever. Some folks never gonna change. I remember I had a person one time told me, I don't believe in this and I don't believe in that and I know I'm going to hell. And I told that person, at least you know where you're going. And I left it like that and walked away. Some folks you never going to change no matter what you do. So stop banging your head up against the wall and just leave them alone and let God deal with them. That's the message this second message I'm leaving because I left the first one, 2 in 1 day. I'm on a roll today. And uh, that's my advice to give to military personnel, public safety, and anybody else. Stop trying to change a person's mindset. If they stubborn and don't even want to listen to you or compromise or come to an agreement, a peace of mind, just get up and walk away, and then ask the Lord to help change their heart. That's the best thing you can do, because I always tell people you can't do nothing without God. So if you want them atheists or whatever, that's between you, and you're gonna have to find your own way. So, this is the man from Brooklyn again, leaving this message. And please don't forget to subscribe on the right-hand side. And remember, if you send me an email at aclarkbanks@aol.com, I will get you out a free t-shirt and try to write at least a half a paragraph so I know how you feel about this channel so I can be going on. And thanks for listening to me and have the time to listen to me. And I believe you're going to have a blessed week. God bless.